Yeah, if you want to get yourself set, George.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Happy with the seat?
Yeah, the seat's fine.
And your mirrors?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Ready?
So, how do you think last time went, just before we set off?
Yeah, I think it went well.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We were doing primarily junctions, so emerging from junctions, approaching junctions to turn left and right. You got to hang of third gear, which was good. We had to go at the roadside right manoeuvre as well.
Oh yeah.
Which is one of the new manoeuvres for the new test. And right at the end of the session, I was talking to you about the hold back position. So let's say you're driving along here, and there's a big lorry coming the other way, and there's not enough room to get the lorry and us through this gap here.
Yeah.
We must hold back because the obstruction's on our side of the road. Alright?
Yeah.
So generally a hold back position is your normal driving position, but just pause in that position. Don't look as though you parked. Hold your position and just pause, let the lorry come through.
Okay.
And then we carry on. A rolling hold back position is when you've seen the lorry miles away and you've done a bit more planning and you kept us moving. So the car's rolling towards this one.
Yeah.
And just as we get near it, the lorry passes and we can carry on.
Okay.
It's just a bit more planning involved.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent, okay. So, what I've got planned for today, obviously we'll recap on the session 2, because this is only your third session, don't forget, alright? If we get a chance, we'll practice this hold back position if there's a car coming the other way. But we'll certainly practice some junctions left and right, practice changing up through the gears and down again.
Yeah.
So 2 to 3, 3 to 2. I'll let you have another go at a manoeuvre today.
Okay.
Possibly have another go at this one, just to recap on it. Possibly a new one, not sure yet at this stage. But I've got an idea to give you an introduction to mini roundabouts today.
Okay, cool.
If you feel up to it,
yeah,
and if the situation's correct.
Cool.
Alright. So basically, at the end of any of these roads that we're on Upton Road at the moment, is called Roman Road, which runs all the way down here.
Okay.
If we followed the Roman Road left, just past the mini roundabout is actually Creekmore Lane. That's Creekmore, there's a whole different area. And like I said to you earlier, I'd never really married the two together. So I'm not from Poole. I see different areas as separate, if you see what I mean. But it wasn't until the other day I thought, I'm sure George lives quite by here. Yes, he does. Broadstone's just literally around the corner.
Right.
So, yeah. So, if at some point today we head over that way, I'll talk to you about mini roundabouts.
Okay.
And we'll give it a go.
Nice. Sounds good.
But for the time being, we'll certainly work on this map, which is a bit of an extension on what you were doing last time.
Okay.
Because last time we were literally going like this, just that small section there. So we can extend it quite a bit today.
Okay.
Give you a bit more of a driving experience.
Sounds good.
Alright?
Yeah.
Let's start the car when you're ready, George.
Okay. It's the accelerator, isn't it?
Clutch down to start
yeah.
it. That's it. Okay. Do you remember where to look before we head off? Where's most important to look?
In the right side mirror.
Yeah. Where else? Even more important.
The front.
Blind spot on your side.
Right. Okay.
At the absolute minimum. You want to be checking over your right shoulder there.
Right. Okay.
Let's drive on when you're ready. Don't forget you got your handbrake on. Okay, let's try that again then.
Sorry.
So why do you think that happened?
Just too quick.
Well, you didn't have your bite point
Right, okay.
before you released the handbrake, so we rolled back and you tried to compensate by just lifting it.
Right, okay.
Yeah?
Cool.
Switch it on and off again, it's not a problem. So back to first gear. So lift your clutch till it bites, so you feel it wanting to pull forward. That's enough. But now release the handbrake, have a quick look around. Nice and smoothly lift it. There we go, much better. Back on the gas. Yeah, classic. That was classic problem. Loads of people do that. Don't let it phase you, just carry it. Okay. It's most common at junctions on a bit of a slope.
Right, okay.
People just lift the clutch just so they don't sticking out a bit here.
Yeah, just a little bit, I'd say.
So you just rolled a little bit too far.
Okay.
Just get your bike point again. Okay, release the handbrake when you're ready. All the way down. That's it. Let's take the next road on the left. So obviously you've spotted those vehicles there, which is causing you an obstruction.
Right.
So you're going to have to turn slightly on this side of the road.
Okay.
So you've got to make sure there's nobody coming up this side on their side of the road. Right. Back to first gear. Don't forget you got your handbrake on as well. So bike point first. Good. Well done. It's just stuff like that you've got to think about, because that vehicle, for sure, if we'd have turned out, we'd have hit him head on.
Yeah.
Wouldn't we? So just follow the roads there. Bit of fresh paint on this one, look, so you can see it quite nicely. We're going to turn left in the road. It's not down, George. That's it. So just follow the road along. I think what you're doing with the handbrake, you're pulling it up too far.
Right,
Which is
okay.
making it difficult for you to put it down again. Just lift it until it clicks once, that's all it needs. End of the road, right. So, that's it. That's what you're doing wrong. So you're pressing the button in. Don't press the button in, and just lift it like that until it clicks once. You see how easy it is now to put it down again once you move. You'll see what I mean. No road sense, these pigeons. Look. Yeah, it always moves. It's turning right in the road. At least you're remembering that now, this time. It's good.
Just a bit hard to see on the right hand side.
Yeah. So you can lean forward in your chair, George, if you want to.
That's it. Two more cars.
One on the left as well. How are we looking? Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
are turning in, just make sure they're turning in. If there was nothing behind her, we could have gone, you see.
That one's come my way.
Just wait for this one coming, it's coming quite fast, this one. Okay. Right. Just a little bit of bite point, make sure that's down the handbrake. There we go. You hear it making that noise?
Yeah.
That's because you're pulling the car against the handbrake.
Right, okay.
Which is still on. So it's kind of, it's dragging itself.
Okay.
It's not a problem though. just switch engine off for a second. I'm just going to share something with you. So one thing we haven't talked about yet, whilst we've been doing junctions, is the use of mirrors. Okay.
Okay.
Kind of touched on it on your very first session, but up until now, I've just been helping you along with the gear shift,
Yeah.
coming out of junctions, the observations, handbrake and that sort of thing. Okay. So it's about time I tried to sort of introduce this to you.
Right.
Okay. So let's say we're driving along, and you're going to take the next road on the left, just coming up. Now the first thing we must do is check the centre mirror,
Right.
and then check the left mirror before you indicate.
Right.
So it's mirror, signal, and then manoeuvre around
Right.
the corner. Why do you think we need to check these mirrors? Why do you think that's important?
See if there's anyone there.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're checking the centre mirror to see how close the car is behind us,
Right.
and we're checking the left mirror to see if there's any cyclists
Right.
on the left hand side of the car. Because what you wouldn't want to do, like in this picture here, look, is if you were the red car, you wouldn't want to turn in front of the cyclists because you knock them off. So to check the centre mirror, check the left mirror, put the left indicator on. That's for turning left.
Right.
Turning right, similar, but it's centre mirror and then right mirror
Okay.
for turn right. What do you think we're checking for in the right mirror before we turn right?
If there's any cyclists on the side.
Yeah, or something faster than a cyclist.
A motorbike.
Yeah. So that's your motorbike one, really. So sometimes heading down the road doing 30 to turn right, out of nowhere in the distance behind you, you hear this whoom, and it'll be some crazy on a motorbike
Right.
going 100 miles an hour. So if he's doing that and you've seen him in the right mirror, let him go first before you turn.
Okay.
So if you turn, he's got nowhere to go, he's going to hit the side of the car. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's always the safer option. Once we get into the new road, so we've driven into the new road, it's good practice to check all three mirrors again.
Okay.
And the way to remember it is new road, new mirrors. So again, you're checking to see who's followed you into the new road, and if they're trying to overtake you in the new road. So the absolute minimum check really is centre mirror and right mirror in the new
Okay.
road. Who's followed you into the new road? Are they trying to overtake us, or are they sitting back? You know, the chances are somebody might be really impatient coming up behind and they want to overtake you because they've got somewhere to be or whatever. You know, if they do want to overtake you, let them pass, just let them
Right.
overtake, right? So that's a very brief outline of the mirrors, turning left and right, and also in the new road as well. One other thing to mention, we'll just find a blank road. That'll do. Pretend this is just a normal road here, alright? And let's say somebody's parked here. You're driving along here. Before you go around this car like this, again, it's good practice, check that right mirror
Right.
to see if there's anybody who's come careering into the road and they're coming up alongside you here. If there are, hold back, don't swing out, don't go
Okay.
around it. It's a bit like this van here, look. As we're driving along, we need to go out to go around it. Make sure it's safe, check the right mirror to move
Yeah.
out. If it is safe, go ahead. If it's not, if there's a big juggernaut coming up behind us at speed, you know, like this, hold back here, just let them go past.
Okay.
Yeah. It goes for anything really, any obstruction on our side of the road. If you need to go around it, try and get into the practice or habit of just checking that right mirror
Yeah, definitely.
before we move out. On a driving test, just referring to that for a second, they might, as you're driving along here, say on a dual carriageway, this is a dual carriageway, they might say to you, okay George, I'd like you to move over to the right hand lane. So what you wouldn't do is just suddenly swing to the right without even looking and go into the other lane. So you'd check here,
Yeah.
and you'd move across with your indicator. Make sense?
Yeah.
So it's a little bit like going down the road to go around something. Make sure it's safe. Check, have a little look.
Okay.
Alright? Is that okay?
That's cool.
Okay.
Right, brilliant.
So My method of teaching really is not to hammer people with the mirror checks, because I'd much rather you get to grips with the clutch, the gearbox, the steering, the handbrake, the indicators, all those bits and pieces. I'm acting as your eyes and ears really as we're driving around in these initial stages anyway, so I'm not going to hammer you too much about the mirror checks, but if you can, just have a little go, and I'll give you a couple of prompts as we're going around.
Okay.
If we're turning left, check your mirrors, George. Okay, yeah, centre left, indicator, turning right.
Okay.
Centre on the right. Is that okay?
That's cool.
Right, brilliant. If you can get to grips with this early on like this, it will really help you.
Okay.
You know, in the long run, let's say.
Cool.
All right, let's drive on when you're ready, George.
Cool.
So from here, head to the end of the road, and then we'll turn right.
Okay, cool.
Too much bite.
Okay.
You were doing like a hill start then.
Okay.
On the flat. Sort of thing. Turn right.
No, I wish I could go, but I still want to risk it from the right hand side of the car.
Play it safe. Play it safe. No rush. Okay. Not too much bite, so we don't shoot forward.
Don't know.
Yeah, that's fine. Really with the handbrake, it's stopping yourself rolling backwards, you see.
Yep.
But if we're on flat ground, it's not going to happen. You're not going to roll back. So you don't necessarily need as much bite or pull.
Okay.
So here, look, George, we're going to go around this car. So just check your right mirror.
Yeah.
There's nobody there. Just move around. Don't suddenly lift it.
Okay.
Right, switch it off and on. So, get some bite point, not too much though. That's fine, that's enough. Right, release the handbrake, George.
That's not right.
Don't worry about it. Right, switch it off. Back on again. Right, bite point. Just compose yourself. bite point. Right, switch it on again. Right, get the bite point and just hold it there. Hold it there. Right. Well done. Don't worry about it. Just turn right just here. Got your right signal on. Not a problem. Right. Okay. So, keep the engine running, it's fine. So I just thought we'd just practice moving off. So you're under no pressure here at all to move off. I understand that if there's a car behind you, you feel a bit more pressure, don't you? So you tend to rush it. And if you rush it, you stall it and you're back to square one.
Yeah.
So I'd much rather you do it slowly and right the first time.
Okay.
And then we move off, don't we? Gently, you know. The car behind, he was nice. I gave him a wave. He was patient, you know, which was good. But on that second time he stalled, he could have beeped, as if to say, "Come on, get on with it," you know, which makes you feel worse.
Yeah.
You know. Okay, so there's nobody behind us. So just lift your clutch. Let's just try and get this bite point sorted. Right, that's fine. Now, when you release the handbrake, don't just come straight off of it.
Okay.
Hold it where it is, pretty much.
Yeah.
Release your hand. I'll find it again. That's good. Right, release the handbrake. Now release it really slowly. There you go. Nice. That's good. And that's basically all there is to it.
Okay.
It's just a slow motion. The slower the better, really. Sounds a bit bright.
Yeah.
Try and put it in.
Thank you.
to do that?
No.
Right, okay. Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to be rolling in neutral. He's turning in though, but it's the cars behind him you've got to worry about. How are we looking?
Yeah, good.
Good. Okay, that's good. Let's go, John. Be confident. First kit if you're going to edge forward. That's it. Get your control back. There you go. Yeah. Well done. Let's take this right just a bit. switch off for a sec. Just have a breather for a sec.
Okay.
I'm pushing you a bit hard. You know. How do you feel it's going?
Yeah, it's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you know, talking about junctions, I just think it's just practice. You know, it's practice going into a junction, it's practice coming out of a junction, especially emerging out of here. At the end of the road here earlier is where you had that problem where we rolled back a couple of times.
Yeah.
And you tried to lunge at the clutch to compensate for rolling back, and we had a bit of a stall, didn't we, a couple of times. But I promise you it will get easier. It will. It really will. You know, you're doing well. You know, we've got good gear shifts up and down, steering's okay. We're negotiating all these junctions, you know, and I'm only really prompting you from time to time, which is good. But I'm spotting the big things that you're doing. I can't let those sort of take hold, like going around the corner with your clutch down.
Okay.
If I was to let you continue doing that, it'd go so deep, that error, you'd never get out of it.
Right. Okay.
Because it would just be ingrained in you.
Okay.
You know. So it's important at this stage just to try and rectify these little bits and pieces, really.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Good. So that's it.